Smart TVs are watching you. This sounds like a song. Smart TVs are watching. Oh, that was
Watching
an old
you.
Hall and Oates song. I love Hall and Oates. Anyway,
Yeah, they're
we
nice.
are going to talk about smart TVs are actually watching you versus you watching them. Tracking is what we'll be talking about. I have my two friends joining me tonight. They're both named Ben, so we'll go with Ben Gentoo and Ben Arch. Ben Gentoo, how are you?
Oh, I'm all right because I'm actually on my native operating system, Gen 2.
Okay. Ben Arch, how are you?
I'm doing good on my native distro of Arch so far.
That's funny.
Now, before I begin, do you guys have so-called smart TVs or don't care for them or
Yes,
what?
I do. I'm actually got my
Um,
main
Hmm.
desktop that's running
Ah,
Mac and Windows plugged into it.
okay. And you
uh,
enjoy it?
Oh, I love it. My dad set up this thing, and as much as I don't approve of spying on things, it's
Okay.
I if it's I would hate for my dad to have to take it down just over some crazy
Fair
spying.
enough. What about you, Ben Arch?
I do not own a smart TV, although there is one in the house, in the living room upstairs, but it's not mine. So
Okay,
they can't see what I do in the basement.
got it.
Mhm.
Okay, so if you don't know what smart TVs are basically part of our computer lives. It's a TV that connects to the web for streaming services such as Hulu and other apps. It is convenient to have everything built in the TV to access the web. Now, smart TVs are cool, but they are spying on you or tracking you, as it were. You may recall, I think I mentioned January, this past Christmas, smart TV prices like 4K really dropped. And what's the catch because the profit margins on those TVs are small to nothing. How do they make up the cost or the loss of profit? They make it up with selling your data. So, somebody mentioned, well, Toss, just turn off the Wi-Fi on the smart TV. But why should you deny yourself the pleasure and the enjoyment of connecting to the web on your TV? I mean, really, why should you turn that off since you bought it? I'm assuming you bought a smart TV for that reason. So, you can turn off the tracking. That is called ACR. Isn't that something on your knee? ACR? No, okay. Anyway, it's called automatic content recognition. Okay, that's what you want to turn off. Now, we will focus on two brand names just to keep it simple. Samsung and LG. Now, there's Vizio and other types of brand names out there, but we'll focus on probably the two most popular names or the two most well-known names probably when it comes to TVs in general. So if you have a Samsung, now before I continue, I may have missed something. So that being said, read the manual. If you have a Samsung,
Hmm.
to turn off the ACR, go to Settings, Support, Terms and Policies. Okay, turn off Viewing Information Services. Turn off Internet-based advertising. Turn off Voice Recognition Services. Ooh, I think I
Whew.
got it all. Now there may be something else. Again, if you're
Yeah.
paranoid, just don't buy well, you should not have bought the TV in the first place. But that being said, if you do what I told you to do for the Samsung,
Yeah.
again, settings, support, and you can take notes and replay this later, but settings,
No.
support, terms, policies. Turn off viewing information services. Turn off internet-based advertising. Turn off voice recognition services. It shouldn't be that complicated, but that's the way these newer TVs
Yeah.
are designed. Okay, LG.
Hang on, Toss. I actually do have a Samsung TVs all over the house.
Very good.
So yeah, I might have my dad or myself take care of those settings you just informed me
Yeah,
about.
just replay this back, pause it, and you can just
Yeah, either
follow
way.
from there.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
let's
we do have
go
to charge
to.
our remote first. So
All right, let's go to LG.
yeah.
They have something called, I believe it's called Live Plus. Okay, to
What?
turn that tracking off, go to Settings, All Settings. Scroll down to General. Scroll down to Live Plus. Turn it off. Wait, we're not done yet. To limit or to stop other forms, other data collection, go to Settings, All Settings, General, About TV user agreements. Toggle and turn off personalized setting or personalized advertising or something like that. Again, if you missed any of this, replay it, pause it, and go from there. If I missed anything, those of you who have those TVs, I don't. I have a relative who does. But if I missed anything, feel free to post them or correct me in the comments below. That's it. I just limited it to those two brands because those are the most popular brands. Again, if you have a different brand, it's probably in the book somewhere, or usually in the settings, general settings, somewhere to turn off those features. That's really all I had for this one. Just a couple of quick tips on two TVs and to let buyers beware and understand if you buy a smart TV, like buying a smartphone or whatever, there is data collection being done, which you can't turn off or limit, and they are tracking you. So again, you're watching the smart TV, but the smart TV is watching you. If you are cool about that and don't care, you could probably ignore this whole video. But if you're interested, then you should follow what I told you.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Ben Gentoo, go ahead.
Yeah, my dad said we don't have a camera on our TV. Ours is a bit older than that, so we don't have to worry about it.
So in that case, you just go into the actual settings to turn off all the tracking features.
Yeah, we don't have to worry about that because, like I said, ours doesn't have a webcam on it, so we don't have to worry about it. So, yeah. Anyway, yeah, I think that that this could be something that hopefully future TVs will not have, but if they do, at least with this video, a lot of people will not have to worry about that because they can just easily go in the settings and disable it. So, yeah.
Right. Totally.
So I think that something like this little video will have a little helpful tidbit that they, like I said, will have a little way to shut that off if they're really that worried about it.
At least you have the option. So
yeah, hopefully they won't remove that option down the road. But
I don't think so. I think there was some kind of a lawsuit with Vizio a couple years ago that they had to settle because of it. I think if you do a search, there's something about that I saw. But yeah, that option I think will stay in the settings to make it
years
legal.
To come. Yeah.
My next TV will probably be a smart TV since they've dropped in price, so why not? And then
Yeah,
I have the
why
option to
not,
turn it
know?
off. Why not? I thought about buying a separate Roku, like the Roku box, but I thought, well, just wait and buy the TV. So
Yeah,
anyway.
I mean, if you're gonna have a TV, just get a TV. In my opinion, there's nothing wrong with that.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Ben Arch, what say you?
Well, I mean, I hope they don't remove that option. I think like if you already have a smart TV, use it to its fullest.
Yes.
If you don't have one, like I think the best thing to do, like honestly, like right now I'm thinking about just getting like a big screen, like a dumb TV, and just getting like a Raspberry Pi or something and put Kodi on it. I mean,
Right.
you'll be fine with that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I have a Raspberry Pi that I use Kodi with, and I haven't downloaded any extensions for it yet. I'm still debating on which ones I'm going to use, but if I'm going to watch my TV, if I ever want to, I just use my family's account on the internet, and I just watch TV through that, so that way I don't have to worry about all this craziness.
I used a Roku once. It wasn't mine. It was a friend's of mine years ago. And I have to admit, the amount of choices on there, like freebie stuff, was amazing. And it was nice. It was really nice to use that,
Yeah.
So obviously you make sure you have enough, bandwidth and all that, speed and all that to make it stream smoothly. But I was playing with that with the little Roku box, but that's really cool. It's more choices. It's kind of like when I scroll to my Comcast through the Xfinity guide. That in a way is I guess you call it a smart box in a way,
Yeah.
But I will say it is convenient. Like today,
Yes.
I was watching my new favorite show on History Channel called Project Blue Book. Check it out. It's a plug for them. And I was catching up. I went to the Xfinity on demand, searched the episode, bang, it's there. That's how smart TVs and the Roku would work. But that's a nice convenience because there was nothing else on TV around 3 o'clock today, when I was home. So I went straight to that show, and it was there. And I could fast forward commercials too. Sometimes you can't, but
That's cool.
Well, but
it is a convenient, yeah.
I wonder too, like, what are like the actual like specs of like a smart TV? Like, how much storage does it have? Like, not like storage, but like RAM, because like it's got to be storing the stuff that it streams in somewhere. And like the smart TV that we have upstairs, I have to say, like, I'm impressed with the high def. I'm impressed with the size of it because I like big screens, but I'm not impressed with the way it streams things in. It's constantly lagging. It's and it could be a weak signal. It's all the way upstairs, and like the router's far away.
That's probably what it is, yeah.
But at the same time, I'm just like, maybe the caches are getting full. Maybe they're not. Like,
honestly, because I don't have a smart TV yet personally, but obviously check the Wi-Fi signal first, obviously, then go from there. I don't know if there's any other settings for like you were talking about, but I think probably a lot, again, it has to do with the quality of the signal going in. So if I had to guess. And which service do you have? Do you have high-speed Comcast or slowest speed DSL or satellite?
Well, we have Comcast.
Okay, so that's the fastest out there. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we've got Spectrum over here.
But like the router's down here in the basement, and like they're in like the living room is like way up in like
upstairs?
a den. It is.
It's upstairs.
It's upstairs on like the opposite side of the house.
I have it set up here, and I can tell you with this router and my tablet or my phone upstairs, it's weak. So I bet you that it's slow. I mean, it's just fast enough to stream, but not like down here. It's like this. I bet you that's the problem.
So like I suggested either get a repeater.
Yeah.
Or we can maybe wire it in.
Mm-hmm.
That might be an option if it has like an Ethernet port.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if you can hardwire smart TVs to the internet. Can you? I don't know.
I think this one does have an Ethernet port, so I think it can.
Well, there you go.
But the thing is, like, running the cable.
Well, you were probably like 100 feet of cable, but that would solve the problem if that's the issue, which it probably is, right?
Because if it's hardwired in, you'll never lose that connection.
No, unless you have a bad cable, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. For me, everything is obviously here. It's not. In fact, I don't use the built-in Wi-Fi in the comp. I have a separate Linksys box. But normally I'm here doing everything. I got my tablet here, my laptop, running a test on like a distro. But if I bought a smart TV, it would replace this one to my left, which is like 4 feet away from me. So signal quality would not be an issue. Well,
like, is it just me though, or has like the signal strength of like modern routers gotten weaker?
Supposedly, with these higher technology, it should be getting better. As far as I know, I have an older Linksys, which is I probably should upgrade. I mean, it works for now, but I think they've gotten better.
Because I noticed that this one, the speed is a lot better.
Yeah.
But like, I noticed that like I have a weaker signal.
That's a different ballgame. If you're talking range and signal blockage, that can happen to any router. So yeah.
It just seems to happen more so with this one than the older one. Is what I'm getting at.
That I don't know. I don't really test all the routers out there, but Linksys I've had pretty good luck with. Out of all of them, I would say Linksys. So if you're going to buy a smart TV and you're looking to get a router, check out. If you stick with the $100 range with the router, you're probably going to be. I mean, they have these $200-$300 gaming routers, as I call them. They probably work, but $100 probably around there, you should be okay. Again, check the specs on it, and maybe the TV itself in the manual may have a recommendation what kind of router to use. I don't know. Or check the manufacturer's site. Say you buy a Samsung or an LG, there may be some forum there, possibly, But the quality of the router, first the quality of the service, whether it's satellite or DSL, whatever, that's number one. If that's solid, then get yourself a decent router. You know, and don't forget to go into the router settings to log into that to make some tune-up. Tune up in the settings, some fine tweaking. Most people don't think about that, but normally you would log into, and then you should do it from Linux. I mean, for Windows or Mac if you're doing firmware update, because you have to download the file and run it into the router. So, but in fact I haven't done that in a while on this one. I should probably check. But that being said, it works. But again, you can fine tweak if you know what you can fine tweak the router and maybe solve any signal issues. Again, you should probably check the manual, or for Linux, I would just go to the website and go from there. As far as smart TVs go, that's really all I had. Again, there are a multitude of brands out there. I just wanted to keep it simple, stick with the two popular ones. Again, if you're not sure, check the manual or check the website of that TV, say it's a Vizio or whatever. Chances are in the settings, there'll be a setting or multiple settings to turn multiple tracking services off. That, as far as I know, that should not affect the quality of the signal or the quality or the enjoyment factor of what apps you use, such as Hulu or whatever. As far as I know, it should work just as fine. And that's it. That's one way to enjoy a smart TV without your TV watching you, as it were. So, all right. That's all I have for this one. We had Steve here, and he had to jump off to pick up his son. So what we're going to do here, I think we'll wrap it up now, because it's really all I had. A short one for this evening. If you want to join us on the next private chats like this or something similar, where we talk about different technologies, not just Windows or Linux, but different technology, you can join us through PayPal or Patreon. All supporters are automatically invited, if you so choose to, get involved in a educational and hopefully entertaining chat like this. So what I will do now is I will end this for now. I'm going to take a short break for this Friday evening, and then we'll do an open chat for Friday night, since I will not be planning anything early in the morning. And then we'll have some fun there. So I will end this now. Thank you both, Bens.
Thanks, man.
Thank you. And I'll catch you guys in a few minutes. Again, people who watch this later, thank you for, well, this is 9 years of the channel already. Imagine that.
Good night, everybody, and rock on.
Absolutely. Right. Yeah, Ben, you had something? Or
I was going to ask if we can make a new distribution called Bentu.
I like that, Bentu. Why not? Bentu.
Put me to work again.
Clever. Aren't we clever on this show?
I'm always open to making respins, so don't worry.
Why not? Just make a newbie friendly, and then you
have
my
I
support.
will, Toss. Don't worry.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen, give me a few minutes, and I'll jump on live, okay?
Sounds good, Toss.
All right, later.
And we don't have to, I don't know if we have to close this. Hang on, restart.
I'm gonna start fresh, so just
hit me up in an email.
Just give me 5 or 10 minutes, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'll be here.
All right, good.
All right.